Well, hey, friends, this is Darnell coming to you from the beautiful Bedrock Ministry studio with AM in America. It's Monday morning, my friends. We start a new week this week. We are on verse 106 in Psalm 119 here on day 106. The psalmist says here, I have sworn an oath and confirmed it to keep your righteous rules. This is one of those verses that is, I'll admit, a little bit perplexing to me because, on the one hand, the psalmist is saying, "Listen, I've sworn an oath to keep your word and keep your righteous rules." And yet we know that the Bible is clear that all have sinned and fallen short. So I only know of one person that's ever kept all of God's laws, fulfilled all the laws, and that would be Jesus Christ. So what's going on here? What is the psalmist talking about? Did he make this promise and then fail to keep that promise later on in his life? Did he fail earlier in his life and then make this promise to change that? I really don't know. I can't crawl into the psalmist's mind. I don't know exactly where in his life he wrote this, but I do know this much, my friends, that Jesus came along in his ministry and he spoke about taking oaths as well as about every other issue in life. And I'd like to take you to that passage in Matthew in the 5th chapter, starting in verse 33. Words of Jesus here. Again, you have heard that it was said to those of old, you shall not swear falsely, but shall perform to the Lord what you have sworn. But I say to you, do not take an oath at all, either by heaven, for it is the throne of God, or by earth, for it is his footstool, or by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. And do not take an oath by your head, for you cannot make one hair white or black. Let what you say be simply yes or no. Anything more than this comes from evil. So Jesus speaking clearly there about taking oaths and making it clear that that we're not to do that, and that's good enough for me. So I think that we can have convictions in our heart about things, and when an issue or a question or a decision comes, we can say yay or nay, yes or no, when we need to make that decision. But we also need to bear in mind that people change. We evolve. I'll use that word loosely there. We progress through our life and through our walk with the Lord, and we may change at some point. Jesus told a story in the Bible. Wasn't really a story; it was a parable, really, about two people, and I forget now without turning there, it was either their master or their father, one or the other, had made a request of both of them, and one of them said, yeah, I'll do it for sure, but he never followed through and actually did it. And the other one said, no, I'm not doing that, but in the end did what was asked. And Jesus asked the question, which one fulfilled the request? The one that said no but then did it, or the one that said yes and didn't do it? Well, the obvious answer is the one that said no at first, but then turned and did what was requested. And so I use that illustration to make that point that that I think that's why it's dangerous to take an oath at a certain point in time, and I think that's what Jesus is speaking to, because Jesus knows, God knows that we do change, and what we intended at one point may not be the way that we intend something to work out in the future. So we are commanded to live by faith, to take each day as it comes and bring each choice that we're faced with before God and filter it through his word, make our choices, and move on. The Bible says that which is not done in faith is sin. So it is really a faith issue in the ends, my friend. I hope that helps you today. This is Darnell coming to you from the beautiful Bedrock Ministry studio. Now let's go change the day.